With the dealio. What happening? What's good? What's up? Man, what a game. I just want to shout out to everybody who was watching Cowboys do business in Lambeau Field. I feel like that was unfinished business. We talk about this being the Seattle game. I feel like, honestly, yes, that was like the Seattle game. However, I feel like that was like the scene of the crime. Like they returned back to the scene of the crime on this mug, and I'm really glad for what the Cowboys did. Like, first things first, they went out and established the run. They got a touchdown to start the drive, to start the game. But after a while, they started going through the motions. And whenever you won a certain amount of games, and people have been giving you more credit and a lot of hype and things of that nature, and it's kind of difficult to maintain your focus. However, this team just proved to me that they can go anywhere and win. They can. They can stay at home and win, or they can go into a very hostile environment and win a game that they need to win. They needed to separate themselves from the division. As you can see, there is no team right now in their division that's under 500. Everybody's 500 or better. And the Cowboys have to maintain their streak in order to keep themselves from having to worry about teams coming up on them. As long as they keep doing what they're doing, the rest will take care of itself. Just keep winning, to borrow a famous quote from Al Davis. I just want to say, man, like, I'm more than thrilled about how this team responded in adversity. I mean, you had interception thrown by Dak Prescott. And Dak is my dude, just letting y'all know. That's my dude. I called him the future. I have an eyewitness to let you guys know that I knew that Dak was going to be the future. Now, did I see him having this kind of success? No, I really didn't. I just knew that the Cowboys were going to put the mantle on his back after 2 years at least, and he was going to be Romo's understudy. I had no idea whatsoever that he was going to be this good, this fast. That's a blessing all of in itself. 177 passes without an interception. And above all else, let me tell you what really, to me, set me up to say that Dak is the truth without regard whatsoever. 97 yards with no timeouts. I mean, let me tell y'all something about that. There is no way with Tony Romo behind the line of scrimmage that the Cowboys were going to score that touchdown with 97 yards. I mean, to all y'all Romo lovers, I am not dogging him whatsoever. Y'all know how I feel about Romo, but I know his skill set versus Dak's skill set. And the fact remains that the Cowboys' offensive line is formidable enough that they allow Dak to do a little bit more than Romo's used to. So when the offensive line steps up to the line of scrimmage and they just plow the way through, the defense doesn't know what's coming anyway. So the Cowboys can do whatever they want, however they want. And when you have a quarterback that knows where the ball is going based on his reads and based on what he's seeing on the defensive coverage, and then he makes the necessary decision to go to the right read and the ball is caught, that's cell shocking to the opponent. And going down the field with the end around to Lucky Whitehead, by the way, had a heck of a game. 2 crucial plays by this young buck in his second year, and he's making his mark as really a true all-around baller. Get the ball in his hands, he'll make some things happen. Kickoff return, punt return, end arounds, screens, whatever. He's going to get the job done. But when you go 97 yards with no timeouts, Cowboys had all kinds of issues. Like, they were going through motions that made me go, okay, this reminds me of, and I'm going to date myself a little bit. All my old Cowboy fans know where I'm coming from on this. This goes back to like 2009. The Cowboys had 4-game win streak, and the Green Bay Packers needed a win. They needed a win really bad. And so the Cowboys were just coasting. They didn't know how to handle the hype, the success. And they ended up losing 17-7. I knew the Cowboys were better, but they didn't have that focus. This team is far more talented than that 2009 squad that went on to win a playoff, win the division, and go and win a playoff game. This team is far more talented, much more mentally acute, and they're showing it. They're winning games with rookies, and they're coming out the blocks letting everybody know what they're here for. Zeke got over 157 yards on 28 carries. 157 yards. And every time he gets the ball, he knows where he's going with it, and he's just going to keep eating. He's going to keep eating over and over again. That of itself just puts a big smile on my face. What we're watching right now, and I said this last week, we're watching the actual, like, shout out to anybody who remembers the Cowboys from back in the 90s. Okay, y'all remember the big dominating offensive line with Mark Tuinei, Stepnoski, Nate Newton, Jay Novacek, Alvin Harper, all those guys. Y'all remember that, okay? Jason Garrett just basically reinvented that. He just reinvented that entire program and implemented on his team. Because where the Cowboys are going right now, they're just doing what they're supposed to do. I got a lot of people who don't think too much of Garrett. I get it. He's not necessarily the biggest tactician. He may not even be the biggest master motivator. But I tell you this much: he's the blueprint. He had the blueprint in mind, and we all who love to look back on the glory days, we're looking at him right now. We're looking at the team right now. 97-yard drive with no timeouts left, and you did whatever you wanted. The Cowboys weren't one-dimensional on that drive at all. It wasn't Zeke taking the ball 70 yards. It wasn't Dak throwing a 50-yard bomb. No, they were methodical. And they took advantage of the Green Bay Packers' weak secondary. And everybody who kept giving the Cowboys no shot, keep doing that. I appreciate you. Every time you tell me the Cowboys can't do it, I'm glad. I want to hear you. Tell me over and over again. Say it over and over again. Please do that. Because obviously there is some form of motivation they get with being doubted. So the more you do it, the better I feel, the better the Cowboys perform, and we get dubs stacked up on dubs and stacked up on dubs. All right? Defense. I was mad at Sean freaking Lee. I was pissed because I feel like he was being reckless. Now, I guess you want to call it the bittersweet or the interesting problem here is Claiborne. He probably most likely suffered a concussion, will be out 2 weeks. So I should expect him after the bye week to start to get to some practices and stuff. Like, he'll probably be chilling this entire week, not doing anything. And then the bye week come, he'll probably start getting into the thick of things that go through concussion protocol. I would expect him to at least be evaluated for the Philadelphia game, and I should see him back. We really would need him back because the Cowboys' pass rush is still weak. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, good Lord. It's going to be where I'm just like, if we do get sacks, I'm going to be like, wow, thank you, Lord. That was a miracle from on high. Because the way this pass rush is coming, it's like that's the only missing link between the Cowboys being this dominant force in the league. I mean, they have everything else cutting for them. They can cover with the best of them. Jordy Nelson didn't even score a touchdown. And I reposted a link from Bleacher Report that said the Cowboys have shut down every team's number one receiver. Nobody's gotten over 75 to 80 yards receiving from their number one receiver. We shut down Odell Beckham in the first week of the season. He had 222 receiving yards. So for all y'all who dogging the defense out, they balling out of control. I mean, there was times where I would look at Aaron Rodgers and wonder how many points can we give up before we have a chance. Cowboys only gave up one touchdown the whole game. And yes, it's to, the fact that Green Bay's struggling. That's the nature of the NFL. You take advantage of the teams that are weak. If they're weak in one area, you go after it and do what you're supposed to do. And to all those who are, praying for Romo's return or saying, hey, we need to give Romo's job back, just chill out, okay? What we witnessed on that 97-yard drive, Romo wasn't going to do that. Besides, with the no timeouts thing, there was going to be some extra something that was going to take place that was going to negate the Cowboys from taking advantage of the team. And you ride the hot hand. For all those who are looking at what's going on with other teams and how they handled it in the past, the 2001 New England Patriots had the same issue. They're the blueprint. Okay? I hope Jerry listens to the fans on this, and says, hey, let's just stick with what we got. We already know what we got with Romo. We already know what he's susceptible to. We already know what his strengths are, his weaknesses are. We don't even know what Dak's ceiling is. We need to see what this is going to be about. We need to go out and ride this wave of momentum. In the NFL, we are looking right at a team right across from us that lost the momentum. They don't have anything at all. So what we're looking at right now is a momentum wave that we have to ride out for forever, how long we can. Because if we don't, then we're going to be frustrated, wondering what if we didn't take advantage. Okay? Defense, 3 turnovers. That stacks up on, that helps on the Cowboys' possessions. And we already know how they can do whenever they do have the ball. They get down the field and score. And all this without Dez. Remember that. No Dez Bryant. And remember how Cowboys fans can feel me on this. How demoralizing it was last year. We didn't have anything besides Dez. And then we didn't have Dez on the field. We were screwed on the offensive side. Even much when we had Romo, we were still stalling. So the fact that we're getting this much offensive continuity without Dez, and think when he gets back, because all he's going to do is ball. He's going to do his job. And the Cowboys are going to be just that much more tough to deal with. This is bringing me back to the days when I was in elementary school, man. 90s dominant force. Okay? I'm not saying where this is going, but I'm just loving what I'm seeing. The rest of the NFL, the rest of the league, I'm pretty sure taking notice. Because they always notice when we do anything right or wrong anyway. That's how it works. So, I'm happy. And I'm going to enjoy the mess out of this win because we're going on a bye week next week. And I'm just going to chill and watch whatever else is going on. But I want y'all Cowboy fans to just sit back and chill. Don't overthink it. Trust me, Cowboys in the organization know what they got with Dak and what they have with Romo. I believe they're going to do the right thing. I don't think they got anything set up to where they're going to sit there and try their best to try to hone in on, well, we got to put Romo out there. I bet they're going to do it. I would expect them to do something like this, okay? Let me tell you a little something. They may fake another injury. They may fake another injury to sustain the fact that Romo's not ready to come back, even though he is. You never know. You never know, okay? I wouldn't even want to put him back out there. I mean, Drew Bledsoe in 2001 didn't even play until Brady went hurt in the championship game. He came out, played wonderful, and they got to the Super Bowl. And then they ended up winning with Brady. They already have the blueprint laid out for you. There's nothing else for you to do but just ride this wave. You never know where it can lead you. Okay? Appreciate y'all watching this mug. I'm grateful for all the love. I've been told by Facebook that I've got the most liked videos, so whatever. Appreciate that. Once again, appreciate you watching this video, and you can leave your comments on what you think. I'm going to be one around throwing a whole bunch of photo comments out here because I love to mess out of this. I've been tired of Packer fans talking so much noise. They've been getting on my nerves. I've been wanting this victory more than beating the Redskins or the Giants. I've been wanting to beat the Packers for so long. So long, and it feels really good right now. I promise you it does. We needed that. We needed that victory so much to keep ourselves ahead, to match up with the Seattle Seahawks, the Minnesota Vikings squads in the league. I mean, in our conference, we have to keep that pressure on them. Okay, those are the other two teams that we got to deal with. Probably, and it's in Minnesota and Seattle. And then, some other teams out there that might fall in the cracks, that might rise up and do something later on. But those are the two teams that you have to pay the most attention to. They're a little bit tough on defense, and they're doing good things on offense. So, once again, I just want to thank you guys for watching. You can leave your comments. Thank you, Ms. Starling, for the comments. I appreciate you being a faithful commenter and viewer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anybody else who got something to add, noise, talking, whatever, I hear it. I had somebody talking noise to me yesterday. I was out at the out in Ennis, Texas for the NHRA track drag racing, and somebody had on Packer gear and saw me with my Cowboys hat on. This hat had on this one, and he was talking noise to me, and all I did was this. That's all I told him. I ain't talking no noise. I'm just watching. I'm just gonna view. Okay. Appreciate you guys watching. The sun is going down, and y'all see me. I'm dark skinned, so I don't want y'all to have to see nothing but my teeth. Leave a comment, It's your boy Tamondrick, DC4L. Peace.